This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, Illinois Jones, and Pretty Riot. Going down right now.
This ad is sponsored by Blue Vodka. Blue is all-natural, fruit-infused vodka-based liquor. It's bold, delicious, and dangerous. Please drink responsibly.
I used to give this guy a lot of constructive criticism. Now he's making good music and great music like he does, and he just put out a recent...
I can agree.
You can agree?
I can agree. I listened to it.
Look.
First of all, I put Spinrilla back on my phone so I could listen to it.
Shout out to Pretty Riot. Thank you.
Oh, you welcome.
We got the boy Ray Starr in the building, man. Make some noise one time.
Can I ask a question?
He got his own.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
How you get your claps to be so loud?
Man, look, look. I used to open hand slap motherfuckers.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
And that was where it started. You feel me? The louder the smack, the louder the ooh. So I had to learn that. And plus, I used to like.
You used to be in the church clapping?
Nah, I used to be on the block clapping.
Bird call.
Ray Starr, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Man, Gus, you got the no name on your headband.
Yeah, man, a little something. I've been playing around with a few things.
So, talk about the project, because you got a project out.
Wait.
My fault.
Everybody don't know who you are. Talk about who you are first.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Pretty Riot, do your thing.
Well, I go by the name Ray Starr. And I'm the best rapper that you don't know right now. That's my new tag right there.
I like the way you
say it again. Hold on.
I'm the best rapper that you don't know right now.
And why is that?
Because I'm a no name. That's the name of the mixtape. I'm a no name right now, but we're going to take that no name and build it into something.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what made you think of that?
Man, I think a lot. I have a lot of ideas, as you know, but the people don't. I have a lot of ideas, and I only capture just bits and pieces of a lot of the stuff that I want to do. So it was just something I was thinking about one day, and I was like, hey, you done did some music or whatever, but at this point you still just a no name. You still haven't really built that core fan base. But that's what this tape I feel like is gonna do for me. That's why we named it No Name.
So what else are you gonna do to build your fan base? Because I think it takes more than just putting music out.
Oh, definitely. But when you got that shit, what can I curse on the radio?
You already said it now.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, you
no,
good. You
I'm just
good.
playing.
I ain't never see nobody black turn red.
Shit.
My man turn red.
Hey, no, seriously. But when you gotta have something that you can turn into something.
Facts.
So that's where you got to start. So we started there, doing shows. I've been doing a little bit of promo. This is actually my second interview this month. I got a third one I'm trying to line up as well. So I actually been going out a little bit more, bumping elbows, kind of communicating, networking with people. So
this ain't your first go around. You've been rapping for a long time, but you never really put out a solid project. I didn't see you on a project with guys like Huncho Hoodo. You done did some joints with Famous. Like, what took you so long?
Well, it's kind of like when you coming up and you shooting, you learn how to shoot, and then you find your stroke.
Hold on, we in Chicago, okay? So you gotta be more.
Because I'm like
basketball shoot.
Okay,
it's like it's like a basketball. It's like a basketball player
people,
practicing his jump shot, and then he finally finds his stroke, and then that's your shot. I'm like, I'm in my zone right now. I'm in my rhythm, so that's why that album came together like this. The project came together like that.
Okay, so you was practicing that was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time, man. Sometimes it take guys a little bit longer to develop. Jimmy Butler didn't come into the league as a superstar. Paul George didn't. So sometimes it take a little bit longer to get into your zone.
Look, check him out, doing all these sports
Okay,
analogies
look,
and
right.
all that good stuff. So the project No Name, this is your first big, first project that you really just wanna, how can I say, push?
Yeah, it's the first project that I felt like needs to be pushed. Like I feel like this body of work needs to be heard.
Okay, what makes your No Name project, and you feel that you outside of you having that? What did you notice was missing in the game for you to feel like, you know what I mean, you the best rapper that you don't know yet? Because there's a lot of rappers we don't know yet.
I feel like sometimes people kind of limitate themselves and put themselves in a box. Like, this the type of rapper that you are, and that's all that they do, instead of just doing what you feel. There are a few people I feel like that are doing that right now, kind of trying to push the envelope, but not enough. And not enough people who are from where I'm from. So that's the whole concept behind it. Like, if you when you listen to the project, you'll hear it. It's kind of just like a variety of music. It's not just one thing. And it's a totally different sound. It's not like anything that you hear on the radio right now, any of that.
So what are you going to do differently from the other people that we don't know right now?
So I've been thinking of a few little ways to kind of promote the project. One thing I've been doing is I've been kind of just trying to get out there and, like I said, touch people. Go meet people, go shake the right hands and bump the right elbows. It's all about networking, man. You meet the right people and you got the right people supporting you and backing you, you can do anything. So,
do you feel like it's hard to network as a newer artist?
Definitely. Well, for me, I never really tried, so I don't feel like it's hard with where I'm at now and what I'm doing now, but I can't really compare it to my grind back then because I really wasn't grinding.
Damn. You don't hear a lot of people admitting to
that, yeah.
Man, listen, you don't hear a lot of people admit to where they are, in their career. A lot of people think they somewhere, but they really ain't where they think they are. So you got to be real with yourself.
I'm going to take a drink on
Yeah,
that
we're
one.
going to take a drink. That was deep.
He dropped a gem, and I almost went on a tangent, and I'm going to shut up.
And she don't do that, y'all. I done spilled my yak on my $200 too. Look, we got some songs from you. We got Catch a Body and Squad. Which one you want the people to hear first?
Play Catch a Body. I was just listening to Catch a Body on the way here.
Who produced this joint?
Catch a Body, that's Steve Williams. I found him on YouTube. I started networking with him, so shout out to him.
Yo, shout out to Steve Williams. We finna get into Catch a Body right here on iLLANOiZE Radio via Logic Radio. Y'all don't go nowhere. Turn up.
Make sure to check out the Ill List playlist in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Welcome back to iLLANOiZE Radio. We got my sister right here with me.
I'm Pretty Riot, y'all. Y'all know the voice.
And then we still got the homie Ray Starr in the building who just walked in, man.
Shout out to iLLANOiZE Radio.
Yeah, shout out to you for coming through.
Thank you, man. Coming in through with a clutch like that, man. We appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all helping me build, helping me get myself out there. So I appreciate y'all.
So the No Name Project has, 6 songs and an intro?
Yes, sir.
What made you want to make, when you first come out like that, a lot of people try to give us 16, 20 songs. What made you decide, I'm going to just give y'all this 6 and y'all just going to eat this real quick?
Because I recorded 14 songs for the project. And at the end of the day, I just wanted the strongest songs out there. I didn't really want to put the ones that was hit or miss. I wanted the strongest songs, so I picked all the songs I felt like could be singles. So it's that would have been 6 singles if I would have put the whole 14 out there.
No features. And I know you could have got some features. What made you decide, I'm going to just do this on my own the first go around?
Because, man, you know how it is. It's I actually tried to get some features on it. I'm glad I didn't put any features on it, but I tried to get a few features on it, and then it just didn't fall through, and I wasn't going to push the project back to wait on no features. So I was just like, let's go.
Who are some people you want to get some features from, or we should see features from?
Well, to be honest, I'm going to do little features. If people want me for features, I'll do features with anybody. In terms of who I want to do features with right now, really it's just people inside my camp, Young Famous, E-Day, really just those 2 guys. A lot of people who I would do features with right now, they kind of going away, locked up, got other stuff going on right now. But that's really it. Like I said, I'm just trying to build my brand. I'm not opposed to doing features with other people, but I can't really tell you, especially in Chicago, anybody who I want to do features with. But
any producers that you want to work with? I know that's a little.
I'm actually, I just want to work with K-Starr right now. Me and K-Starr got something. We got a special kind of connection we got going with this music thing. So I'm actually just finna lock in with K-Starr for a minute. Kind of like Jay-Z and Guru, and Jay-Z and Just Blaze when the rock hit Just Blaze. Kind of like that same type of concept.
Facts.
We go build our sound and then we'll let it take off.
So is Jay-Z one of your influences, or who are your influences?
Oh man, I get influenced by a little bit of everybody, man. Jay is probably the ultimate influence for me. T.I., he take up a big chunk of it. But even the newer artists, I get influenced by J. Cole, Young Thug, Jaden Smith. Everybody.
I ain't never
heard nobody say that. And Jaden Smith actually makes some really creative ass music, and people be low key sleep on him.
Yeah, I mean you gotta pay attention to everything, and then take a little bit of everything, and then kind of build it, mold it, and make it your own. So, yeah.
Being that you from the city and you actually watch the buzz from small to big with the magnifying glass on the whole drill music thing, what do you see you fit in? What can you take it to where it's not been yet?
So, I mean, with me, it's just like I'm kind of one of those guys. You look at like the Atlanta scene. The Atlanta scene is where it is because most of their big stars are in Atlanta. Like, they don't leave. They stay in Atlanta. They work with artists from Atlanta. They bring the young artists from Atlanta up. You go back to even when Young Thug and them came out. They came out with T.I. and them. When 2 Chainz came out, Shawty Lo came out with the Jeezy remix. Like, they all build each other up. So I feel like I want to try to start that in Chicago. Like, be an artist from Chicago who can stay in Chicago. That's why most of our artists got to leave. I mean, let's be real. The whole drill scene, you get on in Chicago, you got to leave Chicago.
True.
You know what I mean? It's either that or you end up in a body bag. So that's why all of the big artists that we have leave. It's not like that in Atlanta, but I want to be one of those guys who can do something like that in Chicago.
Deep.
That's dope. I like that.
Look, man, I ain't got no. I ain't got my cup. Look. I ain't got no more drink in my cup. But okay, so I listened to the whole project, right, and I love it from front to back, from the intro to all that. Even though I host it,
I'm like, well, of course you listen.
Look, I listen to it, but I listen to it like I'm like you know, when you create something or you help somebody create something, you forget that you was a part of it. You feel me? So I'm listening to it from a fan point, from, you know what I mean, from a fan perspective. And I'm listening to these songs and I just like, what kind of zone were you in creating songs like Catch a Body? Like, could you break down Catch a Body for people since we just got done listening to it?
Yeah, so Catch a Body is funny. I'm really just rapping about a lot of stuff that was going on that day and a lot of stuff I was thinking about. So the hook started off, I don't know what's in my cup that ain't good. I was drinking, but I couldn't remember what I was drinking. So I don't know what's in my cup that ain't good. And then I was smoking at the same time, so I was stuffing all this loud pack in the wood. Then I was like, pull up and we fuck it up. We was finna go out that night. I was like, yeah, we finna pull up and fuck it up. And I was like, I'm related to the plug. Like, I'm really related to the plug, like one of them guys. So I'm on the hood, I am. And I was like, man, this shit going crazy. I'll go in the studio, fuck around, catch a body on this beat. And then I just fuck around and catch it. And I just start ripping. So that's how that whole concept for the hook came. And then after that, I took a break from this rap. Everything I'm rapping about is like I said, it's something I done seen or done. So, yeah.
Typically, like, what's your writing process like for your songs?
It's crazy. So, like, I started finding my sweet spot when I started listening to beats while I was in the car, just driving back and forth to work or something, or just going out, just listening to beats. So that's pretty much how I made this whole project. And this project, we made this project in, I think, a 6-month span. So we kind of put it together quick. Like I said, we had more songs, but we kind of cut some. But that's all I was doing. I was just listening to beats while I was in the car. You get a better feel for the music and some good speakers. So you listen to beats in the studio. I recommend listening to beats in the car. I mean, you can listen to beats in the headphones. I mean, but you just don't get the same vibe. So for me, that's just what put me in my zone, though.
What's your studio process like?
So I'll record all my music at home before I take it to the studio because I hate wasting time in the studio. I feel like an amateur if I go in there and I gotta do 12 takes. So I record all my music at the house. I listen to it. I make adjustments to it. Take bars out, put bars in, switch up cadences, whatever I think it needs. And then, you know, I keep it for a couple weeks, memorize it. Then I go to the studio, put the beat on, and let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So looking at I'm gonna stop saying like I don't know. Knowing that Starr actually produced the last song on the project, like how did that click happen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, was it something like, do y'all have songs stashed away, or was it just something like, look, let's do it? That was the first time y'all hooked up. What was that like?
Oh, so that whole thing was crazy because I actually went to Starr. I had been recording with Starr the whole time. So I went to him to finish up the last few sessions. I think I was finishing up some ad-libs or something like that. And then I was like, all right, yeah, we done. Woo, woo, woo. I was about to leave, and he was like, what can I bring to the project? I was like, whatever you want to bring to the project. You know, I had been, me and Starr, we had about 6 or 7 sessions together before we finished. So like, whatever you want to bring to the project, big homie, you got it. And then he just started playing beats. So he played a couple beats. I was like, okay, I like that. He's playing. I actually liked everything he played, but I know he wasn't going to give me everything. So I picked out a couple beats. He sent them to me. He sent it to me on like a Sunday. Went back in there on Thursday. went to go record the song and deleted the whole verse from my notes. So I had to write the whole verse over. In the booth, took me like 20 minutes, but I mean, it came out.
Hold on. So did you remember the verse you wrote, or you just rewrote the whole song over?
So I remember most of it, but that's not the original verse to that song. The original verse had a few different bars in it. I had to kind of, because I couldn't remember everything, so I had to come up with some stuff on the fly. But for the most part, I say 70% of it is what it originally was. But the whole process was crazy because he sent me I think he sent me 2 or 3 beats, and I already knew what I wanted the intro to be, because when I recorded Billie Jean, I was like, all right, it's done. That's it. That's the project. That's gonna be the intro. I already knew what order I wanted everything in, and then one of the beats, the Shaq beat, it played one day, and I was like, it's just talking to me. Like it was like, you can talk about something on here and you can kind of close out the mixtape at the same time. So that's why in the first part of the verse, I'm kind of talking about some stuff that's going on just in today in society. And then towards the back end, I just start flexing on them.
Look, so, the album is dope. Got a classic on your hands.
Thank you.
We wanted to know, as far as, what else you have in store for the people.
So I'm trying to do 3 more projects before the year is over with. I'm trying to finish up this Confessions of a Heartbroken Heartbreaker project so I can get that out.
Wait.
And
Confessions of a Heartbroken Heartbreaker?
Yeah.
Can you break down just the title of that?
So it's just it's me talking about a whole lot of situations that either I've had or people that I've known had. And it's just we all have been heartbroken and we all have broken some hearts along the way. So, that's why I'm just calling it Confessions of a Heartbroken Heartbreaker.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
Look, he's an artist. That just took him from rapper to artist. What's the other 2 projects?
So I'm working on that because I've been messing around with that. That should have been done already. And then I am going to do, me and Starr have a project that we're going to start working on very soon. When we start working on it, I'll let everybody know what the title's going to be. But Starr and Ray Starr.
All y'all gotta do is watch Smash Cash and MH interview. They say the name.
They say
the name, but they don't even know they said the name. After they ask them the name. Look, we only know. They ain't gonna know.
Okay, whatever. And then the third one is Famous Star mixtape with my homie Young Famous, my brother.
Oh, that's gonna be dope. What's your favorite song off No Name?
It Changes Every Day.
What's your favorite song today?
My favorite song today is Drip Gang.
Drip Gang.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know it. I think I forgot. Hold on, sing the hook for me. Do the hook for me.
Yeah, got some bread.
Okay.
Got some bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Off-White joint.
Mm-hmm.
Off-White. What inspired that?
Off-White, that was just kind of like a shout out to Virgil, kind of paying homage to somebody who came from Chicago, turned nothing into something, and he's a positive black role model, so I was just paying a little bit of homage to him.
That's dope. I love it.
And then I gave him a little trap vibe too, but yeah.
Do you have any visuals coming?
Yes. So I don't know if I could tell you about. All right, I can tell you. So what I'm trying to do is put together a movie. So we just go turn the whole tape into a movie. So I'm gonna start the day with track 1. We go rearrange a couple of tracks to make it make sense, and then by the end of it, we go be at Shaq, and that's gonna be the end of the movie. It's gonna be like a mini movie, but at the same time, it's gonna be individual videos.
Okay.
Exactly. So you can watch the individual video, or you can watch the whole story movie.
That's dope.
That's dope, ain't it?
That's dope.
That's dope. I love it. So we know, we already asked you, if you wanted to work with anybody in the city, not just the city, but who would you want to work with? Period. Not even just in the city.
How many people you want me to name?
You got 5. You get 5 rappers and 5 producers.
Well, producers, I can't really say.
Well, don't even say producers, because I know you want to work with you and K got something going on.
Not only that, but I like so many different sounds. It's so many different styles on the tape. You'll see. Go listen to No Name out on all platforms. Go listen to it. You'll see when you listen to the tape that I like a lot of different sounds. I got an ear for hot music. Stop cursing. I don't want to get y'all no more fines, but I have an ear for good beats, and I try to use it.
Because when you get on, we gonna be looking for you.
I know, man. I don't even want to know what the tab is right now.
Look, we ain't gonna tell you now. We gonna wait. We gonna wait till we see you on. Oh, folks just made top 24. Yo, send him that receipt.
Hey, invoice.
See, listen, that's why. All right, but all right. So I give you 5 rappers though.
All right, 5 rappers.
5 rappers. Dead or alive, or just like right now, just
nah, because we can't get nothing from somebody that's dead.
All right, so all right. Let's go. J. Cole.
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Fab.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
21.
Okay.
Last one would probably be Travis Scott. Probably.
That'd be a dope album if you could actually get those 5.
What would your song concept be with Jay-Z? Like
with
what
Jay?
what type of song do you think you and Jay-Z would produce together?
So like, if I was gonna do a song with Jay, it would have to be like, I would want to do like a storytelling song with Jay, cause Jay's like a great storyteller. If you listen to a lot of the early Jay can tell you some stories. So I would want to do a storytelling song with Jay, kind of like what Kendrick and Lil Wayne tried to do on the song that they got on Wayne's new album.
Okay.
But a little better though.
I like it. You got ideas in that head of yours, my brother.
I told you, I try to grab them. It's so many. I wish I could just grab them all and pull them down. But
on your hat it say, what's that? A
collection of thoughts. Yeah, because that's what the mixtape is. I don't even really. People ask me, I don't even call it a mixtape. I call it a collection of thoughts because that's all it was. It was just me getting all my thoughts out of my head while I was listening to those beats. So,
do you write your ideas down? Come back to them later.
Sometimes, usually I listen to beats and I try to write while I'm listening to the beat so I can make sure the cadence on point. But it will be times where I just think of a hook and I don't even got the beat for it yet, and then I just kind of jot it down in my notes. So, yeah, I save stuff. Not as often as I should, but I do. I got to get better at that. See,
I was about to drop a gem on you, like, hey, write that down.
Write that down.
Because you never know when you could come back to, like, you never know when you might randomly come across some bars that you forgot about and be like, oh, this perfect for this beat, you know? So.
Well, it's something I like to always tell people. I say, just try to at least write something every day, because every day you wake up in a different mood. You got different stuff on your mind. So if you go a day without writing something, you might have missed something great that you could have came up with.
Do you ever experience writer's block?
Yes.
How do you get over it?
Don't stop. Like, literally, this is what you do. When you're in a zone, don't stop. That's the only time I get writer's block is when I stop. So like if I was to just stop after this project and not make music for another 3 or 4 months, then I run into a writer's block. And I had to drop 14, 15 songs just to get back in the rhythm before I started making music that really got my quality that I want to put out to it.
So consistency is what helps you get over writing.
Absolutely.
I like that answer.
Constantly writing, sharpening your tools, you'll be good.
You got any shout outs you want to give out before we get up out of here, and let the people know where they could reach you, how they could reach you, and if they want to work with you as far as DJs, promoters, and anybody? So
you can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Superstar Ray. Super STARR, 2 R's and Star, Superstar Ray on Instagram and Twitter. I don't really got nothing else really. Snapchat, I don't really use it. So, and then shout out to everybody, man. Shout out Illinois Radio, Illinois Jones, Pretty Riot. Shout out Biko, even though he couldn't be here today. MH, Smash Cash, the whole team. Squad, gang, mob, all that.